Why can't I do this? Hey y'all, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we are going to be doing a full face of items that I've purchased from Amazon. This is not sponsored in any way by Amazon, though I wish it was. Amazon, come on. Help a girl out here. Everything that I'm going to be using today are products that I have physically ordered from Amazon. The only item that I will not be using is going to be my Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer, and that is because I already know how it works, so I want to give the eyeshadow palette that I'm using a fair chance. So yeah, if you like today's video while you're watching it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you already haven't. Do all the things, and let's get into today's video. Yes, the hair, she is different again, but guess what, guys? This is how she's staying, because most of you all don't know that before I shaved my head prior to chemotherapy, my hair was black. And my hair was black for many, many, many years, and it's always where I felt like my most true self is when I have black hair, and I can't tell you how much better I feel with having my black hair back. So this is it. This is how she's staying, so let me know what you guys think. To prep, the only thing that I have used is a lip mask just to give my lips a little bit of hydration while we do the makeup. And I'm going to be using the Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer. I didn't want to use a different eyeshadow primer because I already know that I love this and that it works, so I wanted to give the eyeshadow a fair chance. Remember to move y'all in a little bit closer. I know that e.l.f. just recently came out with a new eyeshadow primer that I definitely want to use, but I have not seen that on Amazon yet. I know you can get it on their website. So whenever that is available from Amazon, I will definitely be purchasing that to give that a try. I'm absolutely loving this brush. This is from Crystal Lee Cosmetics, and I have really been loving all of the eye brushes that I purchased from them. I did order the whole set. I've not ordered any of the face brushes yet, but they are on my list. And of course, I'm going to set the eyes with the powder that I picked today, which is the Lottie London Ready Set Go. It's just a white translucent setting powder. I know a lot of people don't think that eye primer is necessary, but if you have lids that can tend to be too oily, or if you have lids that are discolored and you just want a nice plain base to start out with, using a primer with some setting powder is going to be a great option for you. Something that I was thinking, I always forget to let people know what type of skin that I have. The fact that I have hooded eyes, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add something to my description box. I think that's going to be super helpful. I just got to remember to do that. Here is the Revolution powder we are going to be using today. I keep seeing that this is a dupe for the Patrick Ta eyeshadows. Now, of course, the way that it looks, the fact that it has the powder formula along with the two creams over here, it is set up the exact same way that a Patrick Ta palette is also set up. But I only have one of the Patrick Ta palettes, and the colors are not the same as this, so I cannot tell you if this is a dupe or not, but there are tons of videos out there comparing the two. To start out, I'm going to go in with this shade right here with a small fluffy brush. This is the A502. I am just applying this to my crease and a little bit above it. Now, because I do have hooded eyes, whenever I go in with the shade that I want on my lid, I always keep my eye open and apply the color where you can see it looking straight on. If you have hooded eyes and you apply the crease base here, when you open your eye back up, that top hood is going to fall over that lid and you're not going to be able to see it. So what you're doing is you're taking that shadow and you're making it look like your crease is just a little bit higher on the eye. I have used Revolution palettes before. It has been a long time. I have a palette. It's the Revolution X Sophia X, I think is what it's called, and I have had that palette ever since it came out, and it is one of my favorite drugstore palettes. So that shade definitely did lean a little more on the orangier side than I expected. I'm going to use that same brush and we're going to pop into that second color right here. And rather than blending this all over the crease and above, I'm going to close my eye just a little bit and I'm going to put this right where the fold of the eye is. Just to give it a little more dimension, the shade is just a little bit darker than the first one that we used. These shadows are very pigmented. It is really not taking a lot of work to blend these at all. I will say the drugstore has really been killing it with some of their releases here lately. On a smaller, fluffier brush, this is the BK Beauty A504, and we're going to pop into this shade right here. These are a little powdery, so I definitely recommend tapping off the excess powder. I'm applying the shade right in the outer corner. Wow, yeah, this color is very nice. This is definitely leaning a little orangier than more berry than I expected. Since these colors are leaning a little more orange than berry than I expected, for the shimmer, rather than going in with this pink color, we're going to go in with this orange shimmer right there. I just did get my nails redone, so we're going to see if I can apply this with the finger. Wow, this color is beautiful. Wow, yeah, this color is so pretty. You guys, these shadows are totally giving me high-end vibes, which I can't remember how much this palette was, but you would not know that this is a drugstore palette. I moved you guys in just a little bit closer. These shades are stunning. I had very minimal fallout, which is great. I'm going to wipe a little bit of that fallout off. I'm going to go in with that first fluffy brush and we're going to dip back into this shade here. Keeping the eye open, I'm just going to blend out this top edge. Stunning. All right, so I got that nice and blended. Now we're going to move on to the complexion, and for foundation, I'm going to be using the Tir Tir Mask Fit All Cover Cushion Foundation. This is the mini version. This is in the shade 17C. 17C is also the same shade that I have in the other version. There is the packaging on that. I love these little like pods. They are so cute. When you first open the container, you do get this little puff, which is what we will be using on one side of the face. And then when you open that little flap here, this is where you get your foundation. This definitely does look darker in the pan than it does on the skin. One side of the face, we're gonna go in with the puff. This is just 2 pushes down into the product. And that did not give me very much product. I do remember now that this does have a scent. This is kind of difficult for me to apply this with this little puff. This is supposed to be a high coverage. It's been a while since I used the red version of this. Although this shade does almost look a little bit too dark. Dip in again for the forehead. I'm not a fan of this puff, so I am going to use my BK 106. This is my favorite foundation brush. And before I go in with any more product, I'm going to take this brush and try to just blend this out a little bit. Yeah, this has a very strong scent. So if you're someone who doesn't like scent in your foundation, you are not going to like this. I got this completely blended on the right side, and I do think it is just a tad too dark for me. So I must have had a little bit of tan on when I was using the other foundation. Yes, this shade definitely leans a little too warm for me, which is, this is supposed to be 17C, which is a cool undertone. The scent of this reminds me of a perfume. For the other side, I'm going to take the brush and I'm just going to push into this and then blend this out. Alright, the brush definitely did not pick up near as much as that sponge did, so we're going to puff into it again. Speaking of BK Beauty, they just came out with a new set of brushes, and y'all already know that I had to buy them. I cannot wait to get them. They are my favorite brush brand, which y'all should already know by now. Looking at this, which I cannot, like I said, I don't remember which finish the pink version of this foundation had. But this is giving me a nice soft matte finish. It doesn't look too powdery. I don't think that I'm going to have to set this. Yeah, no, this is drying down really well. For those of you who don't know, Tir Tir is a Korean skincare brand. You can get all of their products off Amazon, and they have so much now, and I will be using quite a few of them in today's video. I think we are good on the foundation. Like I said, this is definitely not my shade. I need at least one shade lighter, and also I don't think this leans very cool. It's not pulling up on camera. Let me zoom you all in just a little bit and see if you all can see what I'm seeing. It does have a really pretty finish. And y'all, look how bold those eyes are. Also, I did finally pick up one of the Nikki LaRose mirrors. She's got 3 different ones, and I've wanted one for so long, and I finally picked it up, and I am obsessed with it. It is so cute. I will also link those mirrors down below for you guys. Okay, so I'm going to go in with blush first because I am going to be using a cream product. I've had this for so long and have never used it. This is the Palladio liquid blush in the shade Dainty. Now, Palladio is a brand that you used to be able to get at Sally Beauty, and they also sell it on Amazon. There's what that applicator looks like. It is a large doe foot, and it looks like there is quite a bit of product on that. Before I put this on the face, I'm going to put this on the hand. There's what that shade looks like. It is a pretty pink. Doesn't really have a scent. I'm going to apply this 2 ways. The first way, I'm going to take my Real Techniques 450 brush, and I'm going to dip onto the back of the hand. And you can see the product there. And I'm going to apply this to the face. Okay, so maybe I diffused it too much on the hand. You can see it on the cheek. It looked like it would have more shimmer, but on the skin, it doesn't really pull super luminous. Okay, so I'm going to put 1 more dot on the side of the face. Well, not really a lot coming off of here. This shade is beautiful. It does blend out really well. I don't think it comes off super pigmented. I was expecting my eyes to be more of a pink berry tone and not so orange, which is why I picked the color blush that I did today. If I would have known, I probably would have pulled out a more coral blush, but you know what? It's makeup. I really like this color a lot. Even on the applicator, it almost looks like it would have a super luminous finish. Now, definitely putting a little bit more on the cheeks. Wow, you can definitely see the pigment. So she can pack a punch, but she is blending out pretty nicely. I think I got a little too carried away on this left side. I still got to go in with powder and bronzer, so we'll kind of fix that with the rest of the makeup. After the blush sitting here a little bit, I do think it definitely has a little bit of a luminous finish. I think it is beautiful. I think this has really cute packaging. For bronzer, I'm going to be using the Hailey's Beauty. This is their Resculpt Smoothing Contour Powder, and this is in the shade Light. I love Hailey's Beauty products. You can get all of them on Amazon. They make one of my favorite foundation brushes. Also, their powder brush. I love this brush for bronzer, so that's what we're going to be using today. I really like using this brush for bronzer because I really like my bronzer to not be so concentrated. I like it diffused all over the area. If that makes sense. I know that does not really make sense. It sounds really stupid now that I am thinking about what I said. This is the first time using this contour from Hailey's, and so far I'm loving it. The complexion actually looks super pretty right now. I'm just taking that little bit that's left and just putting that right under the jawline. That is a really great contour shade if you are fair complected like I am. Oh yeah, love this. I totally forgot that I had this Lottie London Ombre blush, and this color is called Exposed. I don't think I'm gonna use this today. I might use this in a different video, but that is a really pretty ombre blush. Before we go in with highlighter, we're gonna go in and finish the eyes. I'm taking this flat shader brush from KRYSTELLE. This is the 04, and we're going to dip into this shade here. And I'm going to drag this underneath the lower eyelid. I did not even have to dip into that shade a second time. I was able to get a good amount under each eye in one dip. So far this eyeshadow is beautiful, and I can see how somebody could say that it could dupe a Patrick top, because in my opinion these matte shades are working just as good as my Patrick top palette that I have. I'm going to take me another flat shader brush, and we're going to dip into this lightest shade. I'm going to concentrate this on the inner corner. Is there anybody out there that has used any of the wet liners from Glisten Cosmetics? Because like I said, I wanted to been kind of jump out of my comfort zone a little bit, and I want to work with like some eyeliners to do like different designs on the eye, and they seem to have really good reviews. So if there's anybody out there that has used them, please let me know what you guys think. When the light hits it, you can definitely tell how luminous that blush actually is. And honestly guys, normally I don't tend to like a product like that, but I am loving this blush. So far, the complexion looks absolutely beautiful. For highlighter, we are going to go in with the Essence Highlight. This is their Pure Nude highlighter in the shade 10. Be My Highlight. Everybody knows about this highlighter. It is an amazing highlighter. It's so popular in the beauty community. Take this glow brush from Moda, and we're gonna pop that into that highlighter. What does everybody think so far? Guys, I totally just realized that I forgot to use face primer. Regardless, it still looks great. I mean, it probably won't last as long, but it still looks very pretty. Before I go in with eyeliner and mascara, we're going to set the face. No, let me start over. This is the Tir Tir Mask Fit Makeup Fixer Long Lasting Blurring Effect Moist Finish. This is their setting spray. I've never used this before, but a lot of people really like it. It does have just your normal pump. That does have a really nice mister, and it actually doesn't smell too bad. It almost has like a little bit of an alcohol spray, but it is not overpowering at all. The complexion has such a beautiful finish right now. Yesterday I was not in the best mood with how my makeup was coming out because it just didn't look good. Of course, I was trying new things that I never did. So everything was just turning out awful, which is why I ended up not posting a video yesterday. But today, this more and makes up for it. It is beautiful. How many times have I said that? I mean, turn that into a drinking game. Every time she says beautiful, take a shot. For eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Essence. This is their Stay and Play Gel Liner. This is waterproof. And the shade of this is 01 Black Raven. I should have warmed this up first. I definitely should have warmed that up first because it didn't go on very smooth. I am going to curl my lashes. This is the Haley's Beauty Eyelash Curler. I've never had to curl my eyelashes before, and it's really hard for me to do it because I'm still learning. And for mascara, we're going to be using the Haley's Beauty Reveal Lash Lengthening Mascara. Oh, it has a very small applicator. I honestly think that the eyelash curler does nothing to my lashes. This honestly really isn't giving me anything. It says that it's lengthening, so it's not really giving them much volume. Yeah, I don't think that mascara did anything for my lashes. That's a bummer. Might be returning this. Alright, now for lips, I'm going to clean everything off that's on them. I do have three new products to use, where I'm going to be using the Peripera. This is their lip liner in the shade Rosy Nude with the matching liquid lip. I've had these for a while and I've never used them. These were recommended by Taylor Wynn. It is more of a darker, like pinky nude. my lips were a little chapped and like a little split on the bottom, so I'm really hoping that this doesn't look too bad. This is a really nice shade for a fair complexion. This is the Peripera. This is called the Ink Velvet, and I'm guessing, I don't know if 17 is also the shade as well, but it is Rosy Nude. It does have a small doe foot applicator. It does have a little bit of a fruity scent. So far, this feels really nourishing. It's not really dried down yet. I think it was a perfect match for the shirt that I wore today. Close up, you can see where my lips aren't in the greatest shape right now. This is a really, really nice shade, and I like how little that doe foot applicator was because I do have smaller lips. Now for the final product, this is the Tir Tir Soft Melting and Glow Lasting Waterism Glow Melting Balm, and this is in the shade Mauve Rose. I did not even know that Tir Tir made these until I was kind of like scrolling and looking through all of the Tir Tir products on Amazon. Ooh, there's that packaging. That is beautiful. There is what that looks like. This does look like it has just a little bit of shimmer in it. Oh wow, okay, so this definitely feels like a balm consistency, which duh, I mean, I guess that's why it's called a balm. It doesn't really have a scent. Oh wow, this feels so good on the lips. That topped that lip combo beautifully. I was really expecting this to pull more of that, you know, uncomfortable matte, which is why I got the balm to top it. But honestly, they are beautiful together. Guys, that is it for today's look. I am so happy with the way this turned out. Even though the eyes were supposed to be more of a berry tone prior to starting this video, I think this palette is stunning, and I am like really tempted to buy the Patrick Ta version of this because I really want to test them side by side because this is so good. If you are into these type of tones, I highly recommend these. Of course, I didn't use either of the cream ones, but still, for this being a drugstore palette, even if you didn't use those two creams, it's still a super affordable option. For everything new that I tried, I want to say the Tir Tir Foundation, this has a beautiful finish. I think it dried down beautifully. I just don't think the color was quite right for me. I think if I went a shade down, I think I would be happier with it. The Tir Tir Setting Spray, I loved this. I love the sprayer. I am super happy with both, well, all three of the lip products. I think all of these paired beautifully well together. Let's see, the blush, 10 out of 10 would recommend. I love this. And the Haley's Beauty Mascara. Unfortunately, I don't think this did anything for my lashes, so I will probably be returning this. However, I did love the contour shade. Let me know down below if there are any products that you have got from Amazon that you just absolutely love, because I would love to know your favorites, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.